Welcome to Worldwide Travel Adventures. Today we're about to hit you with the ultimate guide to Mexico with 30 insane vacation spots that'll make you want to book a flight right now. We're talking ancient ruins, beaches that look photoshopped, and food that'll make your taste buds explode. We're not messing around. This is going to be epic. Whether you're all about that adventure life, want to chill by the beach with a drink in hand, or dive headfirst into some serious culture, Mexico has it all. Get ready for some insane views, crazy stories, and enough memories to last a lifetime. And I would appreciate it if you would help me out by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Also, check out the link for a $25 restaurant voucher in the description of the video as a thank you for subscribing. First up, we're heading to Chichén Itzá, aka one of the wonders of the world. You gotta see this place to believe it. They have giant pyramids built by the Mayans like centuries ago. It's like stepping back in time. You can climb the pyramid, but watch out, it's steeper than it looks. Plus, there are cenotes all over the place. Those are basically like these crystal clear sinkholes where you can swim and cool off. It can be very refreshing. It's not all ancient vibes though. We're talking exploring hidden caves and trying authentic Yucatan food. Have you ever had cochinita pibil? It is next level. Chichén Itzá is a total adventure, guys. Alright, Tulum is next. Imagine this, turquoise water, white sand beaches, and Mayan ruins perched on cliffs overlooking the ocean. Yeah, Tulum is basically paradise. It's got this super chill vibe, like everyone's just there to relax and soak it all in. Think yoga on the beach, fresh smoothies, and maybe a little bit of tequila at night. But don't be fooled by the chill vibes, there's still tons to do. You gotta check out the underwater caves, go snorkeling with sea turtles, or rent a bike and explore the town. And the food? Oh man, the food. Get ready for fresh seafood, tacos you dream about, and fruit you've never even heard of. Tulum is a whole mood, and you're gonna love it. Alright guys, Cancun. It's like the greatest of all time of vacation spots, right? The best hotels and resorts you've ever seen. Infinity pools overlooking the ocean, swim-up bars where you can drink in the water, king-size beds, jacuzzi tubs, balconies with insane views, romantic getaways, family vacays, and full-on spas, gyms that are nicer than my apartment. Cancun is the definition of treat yourself. Okay, let's talk about Playa del Carmen, but more importantly, let's talk about the food. This place is a foodie's paradise. Street tacos that will rock your world, fresh seafood caught that day, and marquesitas. From casual beachfront cafes to fancy restaurants, it's crazy. The best food is on the street, authentic flavorful stuff you'll ever taste, and for my fancy folks, they got you. 5-star restaurants with Michelin star chefs. But let's be real, you haven't experienced Playa del Carmen until you've had tacos at 2 in the morning. Don't judge me. I was hungry. Playa del Carmen is a food adventure waiting to happen. Alright guys, let's talk about Mexico City. It's a massive, vibrant city with so much to offer, but I know what you're thinking. Is it safe? And the answer is, like most big cities, it depends. Use common sense, be aware of your surroundings, and you'll be good to go. Mexico City is generally safe for tourists, and millions of people visit every year without any problems. Just like any other big city, there are areas you might want to be more cautious in, especially at night. But honestly, that's just common sense, right? Plus, there are police everywhere, and they're super helpful if you need anything. And the locals? They're some of the nicest, most welcoming people you'll ever meet. Seriously, they'll go out of their way to help you out, even if you don't speak Spanish. So, yeah, Mexico City is a blast, and as long as you're smart about it, you'll have an amazing time. Don't let the fear-mongering scare you away from experiencing this incredible city. Now let's chat about Cozumel. This place is paradise, crystal clear water, amazing reefs, you name it. But how do you get around this island? Don't worry, we got you covered. First up, rentals. You can easily rent a scooter or a car, and honestly, it's the best way to explore at your own pace. Just imagine you, the open road, and the wind in your hair. Vlog squad style. Now if you're feeling adventurous, hop on one of those taxis. They're everywhere, and they're super cheap. Just make sure to negotiate the price before you hop in, gotta keep it frugal. Oh, and don't forget about the ferries. They run between Cozumel and Playa del Carmen all the time. It's a great way to see both places in one trip. Plus, who doesn't love a good ferry ride, right? Now let's talk about the amazing Puerto Vallarta. This place is poppin' with things to do. We're talking next-level adventures here. First off, you gotta hit the beach. I'm talking jet skiing, parasailing, maybe even some flyboarding if you're feeling crazy. Imagine me trying to flyboard. It would be an epic fail, but still hilarious. But hold up, it's not all about the adrenaline rush. Puerto Vallarta also has this super charming, historic downtown. Cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, perfect for strolling around and soaking it all in. And you know I can't forget about the food. Puerto Vallarta is a foodie's paradise. Street tacos, fresh seafood, authentic Mexican cuisine, it's all here. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. All right, Cabo San Lucas time. You know, the place where the desert meets the ocean? It's basically the definition of picturesque. We're talking stunning beaches, crystal clear waters, and those iconic rock formations. You know the ones I'm talking about? They're everywhere in the pictures. And the vibe? Oh man, it's electric. Cabo is all about luxury, so get ready to party with the rich and famous. Think pool parties, beach clubs, and maybe even a celebrity sighting or two. Who knows, you might even run into me. But it's not all about the glitz and glam. Cabo also has a relaxed side. Think sunset walks on the beach, delicious seafood dinners, and maybe even some whale watching. It's the perfect mix of adventure and relaxation. How about Oaxaca? This place is amazing. Authentic Mexican vibes, delicious food, and you know what? They've got places to stay that'll blow your mind. Boutique hotels with so much character it's insane. Crash in a converted colonial mansion or a luxury hotel with a rooftop pool. On a budget, they got you covered. Plenty of hostels and guest houses. Some places have spas, man. Spas. Imagine a nice massage after a day of exploring some historical ruins. Beautiful courtyards, tranquil gardens to chill and sip coffee. Oaxaca has something for everyone. Yo, Guadalajara is a foodie's paradise, no joke. We're talking next-level deliciousness here. First up, you gotta try the tortas ahogadas, which is basically a drowned sandwich. Trust me, it's way better than it sounds. And for all my meat lovers out there, you have to try the birria. It's a traditional Mexican stew, so flavorful, so tender, you'll be licking your fingers. Don't even get me started on the street food scene. Guadalajara's street food is off the charts. Tacos, esquites, elotes, you name it, they got it. And the best part, it's so cheap. You can eat like a king for like $5. Oh, and wash it all down with a refreshing agua fresca or a traditional Mexican Coke made with real sugar. Guadalajara is a food lover's dream come true. So get ready to eat your heart out. All right, let's talk about Merida now. So, Merida is generally considered a very safe city for tourists. Like, you can walk around at night, explore different neighborhoods, and you'll feel totally comfortable. Of course, it's always a good idea to be aware of your surroundings, like anywhere else in the world. Just use common sense. Don't be flashing your cash around and you'll be good to go. The locals in Merida are super friendly and welcoming, by the way. They're always down to help if you need directions or recommendations. And if you ever do run into any trouble, the police are responsive and there are emergency services available. So yeah, Merida's a safe bet for a fun and worry-free vacation. You can relax, enjoy the beautiful architecture, and soak up the culture without stressing about your safety. Alright guys, next up on our Mexican vacation extravaganza, we're hitting up San Miguel de Allende. Cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, it's seriously picturesque. You'll want to Instagram every corner. It's a pretty walkable city, especially in the historic center, but if you're feeling lazy, they got taxis everywhere. Or try those little golf cart taxis, they actually do look fun. Now let's head to Isla Mujeres, the island of women. It's just a quick ferry ride from Cancun. This place is all about chill and tropical vibes. Imagine crystal clear water, white sand, and swaying palm trees. Lounge on Playa Norte, one of the most beautiful beaches. Rent a golf cart and explore the island. Perfect for a romantic getaway or family vacation. Add Isla Mujeres to your must-see list. Alright guys, buckle up because we're about to enter another dimension of beauty. Get ready for Bacalar, also known as the Lagoon of Seven Colors. Yeah, you heard that right, 7 colors. This place is like nothing you've ever seen before. We're talking about a massive lagoon with water so clear and blue it's almost unreal. Seriously, it looks photoshopped in real life. And the best part? You can swim, kayak, or paddleboard right through those vibrant hues. It's like floating on a rainbow. But it's not just about the lagoon, although that's pretty freaking amazing on its own. Bacalar town is super charming with a laid-back vibe, perfect for just chilling and soaking it all in. Plus, there are cenotes to explore, Mayan ruins to discover, and delicious local food to devour. Bacalar is definitely off the beaten path, but trust me, it's worth the journey. Alright guys, let's chat about Puebla now. This place is like stepping back in time, but in a good way. Think cobblestone streets, colorful buildings, and churches on every corner. It's crazy beautiful. And don't even get me started on the food scene. So, where to crash in this historical haven? Puebla's got you covered. We're talking boutique hotels tucked away in old colonial mansions. Picture this, you wake up, look out your window, and bam! There's a centuries-old cathedral right there. And the best part? These places aren't just about looks. They've got all the good stuff, swimming pools, spas, you name it. It's like the perfect mix of history and modern luxury. Honestly, Puebla is one of those places you have to see to believe. It's like a hidden gem in Mexico, but trust me, it won't stay hidden for long. Let's talk about Mazatlan, the shrimp capital of Mexico. This place is all about sun, sand, and seafood. And let me tell you, the food scene here is off the charts. We're not just talking your average fish and chips here. Mazatlan is all about fresh-caught seafood, cooked up with traditional Mexican flavors. Think spicy shrimp cocktails, whole grilled fish rubbed with chili and lime, and these insane seafood tacos that will rock your world. And the best part? You can find amazing food everywhere, from beachside shacks to fancy restaurants. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you for coming to Mazatlan. This place is a foodie paradise, especially if you're a seafood fanatic like me. You gotta check it out. Now let's chat about one of my all-time favorite locations, Acapulco. This place is legendary, known for its cliff divers, beaches, and that classic Hollywood glamour. But before you book your ticket, let's talk safety. Now, Acapulco has had its ups and downs, and honestly, it's not as squeaky clean as some other spots in Mexico. But hey, that's part of its charm, right? Just be smart, be aware of your surroundings, and you'll be good to go. Stick to tourist areas, especially at night. And if you're ever unsure about something, don't hesitate to ask a local or your hotel for advice. They know the deal. Acapulco is a blast, and millions of tourists have an amazing time here every year. Just be prepared, be cautious, and you'll have an unforgettable trip. Next is Guanajuato. This place is wild, like a real-life maze, but instead of walls, it's colorful buildings and narrow alleyways. It's super unique and kinda romantic, but getting around, that's a whole other story. Forget your Ubers and Lyfts, guys, because cars are practically useless here. You're better off embracing your inner explorer and getting lost in those crazy streets. Don't worry though, it's part of the fun. Plus, there are always tons of people around, so you can just ask for directions. Or, wander aimlessly until you stumble upon something cool. Speaking of cool, Guanajuato is also pretty accessible for everyone. They've got ramps and stuff for wheelchairs, and the locals are super helpful. So yeah, Guanajuato, it's a wild ride, but trust me, it's worth it. Alright squad, buckle up because we're heading to Holbox Island, the ultimate chill zone. This place is like the definition of paradise. Imagine crystal clear turquoise water, white sand beaches that go on forever, and hammocks literally everywhere. Forget about cars, guys, because on Holbox you either walk, bike, or cruise around in golf carts. It's like stepping back in time, but in the best way possible. No stress, just pure relaxation. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can swim with whale sharks, which is like the coolest thing ever. They're huge, but don't worry, they're gentle giants. Holbox is all about embracing the slow life, soaking up the sun, and just disconnecting from the world. It's the perfect place to recharge and forget about your worries. Next up is Morelia, Mexico. This place is like stepping back in time, but in the most amazing way. Imagine stunning colonial architecture like those old-school buildings you only see in movies everywhere you look. It's a total laid-back vibe, which I love. You can wander through the cobblestone streets, discover hidden courtyards, and soak up all that history without the crowds. And don't even get me started on the food. I think I say that about each place. It's just another place with amazing food. Morelia is known for its traditional Mexican cuisine, and let me tell you, it's next level. We're talking authentic flavors, fresh ingredients, and dishes you won't find anywhere else. Trust me, if you're looking for a cultural experience that's off the beaten path, Morelia is the place to be. It's a hidden gem, and you heard it here first. Alright guys, let's chat about Querétaro. This place is like stepping back in time, but with really nice hotels. We're talking about those boutique hotels with crazy courtyards and rooftop pools. Imagine waking up to church bells and the smell of churros, and don't get me started on the haciendas, old Spanish ranches turned into luxury hotels. They've got horseback riding, spas, you name it. Perfect place to chill with your loved one and soak up the Mexican vibe. On a budget? No worries. There are tons of hostels and guest houses too. Meet people from all over the world. Querétaro is pretty special and has something for everyone. Trust me, you'll find this place is Instagram worthy. Next is San Cristóbal de las Casas, and it's a foodie's dream. Traditional Mayan flavors with a modern twist, tamales steamed in banana leaves and smoky, delicious pox. Amazing food everywhere, from street stalls to fancy restaurants. Grandmas making tortillas by hand, and upscale restaurants too. San Cristóbal de las Casas is a food lover's paradise. Next up is Teotihuacan. This place is ancient with some very old pyramids and temples. It's super impressive, but safety first, you know what I'm saying? The good news is, it's generally pretty safe for tourists. You'll see families out and about and large tour groups. Just use some common sense. Don't be flashing around tons of cash and keep an eye on your belongings. The usual stuff. And stay hydrated, especially if you're climbing the pyramids. It gets hot out there. Now there are police and security guards around, which is always reassuring. And if you ever feel unsafe or need help, just ask a local. They'll help you out. So yeah, Teotihuacan is an amazing place to explore, and it's safe as long as you're smart about it. Alright guys, Puerto Escondido is amazing. But getting around? Different story. Taxis are your best bet here. Feeling adventurous? Rent a scooter? The air will be blowing in your hair and the sun on your face. Trust me, it's worth it. So make sure this destination is on your list. Alright party people, let's talk La Paz. This place is like the hidden gem of Mexico. You know, this is where it's at. First off, the beaches. Oh my god, the beaches. They're like straight out of a postcard. We're talking crystal clear water, white sand, the whole shebang, and the best part, no crazy crowds. La Paz is also a mecca for water sports. And get this, you can even swim with whale sharks. But if you're more of a landlubber, don't worry. La Paz has got you covered. They've got this cute little downtown area with tons of shops, restaurants, and bars. So yeah, La Paz is the perfect mix of chill vibes and epic adventures. Moving on to another amazing destination, so buckle up because we're about to dive into Huatulco. And let me tell you, this place is off the charts incredible. Imagine this, lush green mountains cascading into the sparkling turquoise waters of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, it's basically paradise. Huatulco is all about that laid-back, authentic Mexican atmosphere. Forget those crazy, crowded tourist traps. This place is the real deal. Think hidden coves, pristine beaches, and charming villages just waiting to be explored. And the best part, you won't find any massive resorts here. Huatulco is all about ecotourism, which means they're all about preserving their natural beauty, so you can feel good about soaking up all that sun and sand. But don't let the chill aura fool you. Huatulco has a wild side too. We're talking world-class diving, snorkeling, and even surfing if you're feeling adventurous. Trust me, this place has something for everyone. Alright guys, let's discuss Valle de Bravo. It's a super charming town nestled in the mountains. They have insane accommodations, luxurious hotels with jaw-dropping views. Imagine waking up to panoramic lake views. Perfect spot to chill and relax. Some hotels have pools, spas, you name it. And for low-key travelers, cozy cabins and rentals. Valle de Bravo has the perfect accommodation for you and your family. Time to chat about Tepoztlan. This place is like a magnet for hikers and spiritual seekers, but let me tell you, the food scene here is awesome as well. We're talking street food that will rock your world. Imagine these little stands on the side of the road, grilling up some of the most amazing tacos you've ever tasted. And don't even get me started on the esquites. It's like this Mexican street corn thing, but it's on a whole other level. And if you're down for something a little fancier, Tepoztlan has got you covered too. They got these super authentic restaurants serving up traditional Mexican dishes with a modern twist. Trust me guys, the food in Tepoztlan is an experience in itself. You gotta try it to believe it. Next up on our Mexican vacation extravaganza, we have Campeche. You know that city with the colorful buildings that look like they're straight out of Candyland? Yeah, that one. When it comes to safety, Campeche takes it seriously. We're talking Fort Knox levels of security. Campeche is one of the 31 states which, with Mexico City, make up the 32 federal entities of Mexico. So relax, soak up the sun, and enjoy all the amazing things Campeche has to offer. Alright, party people, we've reached our final destination in Mexico for our discussion today, and it's Cuernavaca. It is the capital and largest city of the state of Morelos in Mexico. Along with Chalcaltzingo, it is likely one of the origins of the Mesoamerican civilization. It's called the City of Eternal Spring. And let me tell you, this place is poppin' with good vibes and even better accessibility. Getting around Cuernavaca is a breeze. They've got public transportation options coming out of their ears. We're talking buses, taxis, those little moto taxis that zip through traffic, you name it, they got it. But hold up, it gets even better. Cuernavaca is super wheelchair friendly. They've got ramps, accessible restrooms, and hotels that cater to everyone's needs. So, no matter how you roll, Cuernavaca welcomes you with open arms. And that's a wrap on our Mexican adventure. We've explored ancient ruins, partied on pristine beaches, and tasted some seriously delicious food. Mexico, you've stolen our hearts. Thanks for joining us on this journey through 30 fun vacation spots in Mexico. We hope this guide helps you plan an unforgettable trip. As we wrap up today's video, if you have any questions or if there are any locations you would like us to explore in the future, let us know in the comment section below. We love to get video ideas from the community of places in the world we should explore together. And be sure to like today's video and subscribe to the channel in order to be notified of our next video we release so you can learn about another spot we explore in the world. Reminder, check out the link for a $25 restaurant voucher in the description of the video as a thank you for subscribing. And lastly, based on YouTube's algorithm and your viewing history, YouTube is recommending this next video in the top left-hand area of your screen for you to check out next. I hope you enjoy that video as well. Until next time, adios.